Hello guys, welcome back to Osu Taiko World Cup 2023. And after that pretty crazy insane match happened between China and Germany, seeing some fantastic scores from both teams, we are into another match that it's possibly both teams with some insane performance once again, with both teams actually getting to podium before. South Korea versus Brazil. My name is Yongin, and joining with me today, we got the taiko owl, Jukes. Hi!
Jeez, you're calling me a god, alright.
Ow, I said ow.
Oh, owl, I heard god. I was like, alright.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near that, but thank you very much.
Yeah, the taiko owl.
Okay, I need to calm down from that for a second. Hello, everybody. Yeah, South Korea, Brazil. I am really excited for that. I don't know if it's gonna be as close as Netherlands with Argentina, which happened 2 hours ago, which was insane. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and have a look. But for once, South Korea is not the number 2 seed. They actually ended up on number 5, and Brazil is number 12. And, you know, both countries are kind of bringing their best, and it's still early on, so yeah, this could still go either way with how the teams are looking this year around.
Yeah, especially these two teams are the teams that I would say both of them lost quite a bit of their usual members. Brazil usually know there's players like QOK, Foxaru in their team, and South Korea, Piso, Apollos, but this time some of these players are not playing this year, so they got a little bit of player loss from both teams. So we're interested to see how these two teams fight, and we got our bans very quickly. No mod 3 mod 2 being banned by Brazil, and no mod 4 being banned by South Korea. They're into this straight very quick. No mod 1 as the first pick from Brazil. Tempest as our first map. But yeah, we still have quite a bit of these big names still here. Skull Kid, Como, Foxaru on the Brazilian team. And South Korea, we got Olo, I Love Marisa, these players that has played in previous years before, but now joining with some members battling against each other on the round of 16 pool.
Yeah, I'd argue that the skill cap is quite a bit higher on South Korea, but as I've already said, we're still in the round of 16, so this is not lost right off the bat for Brazil. By the way, predictions are still up for a little bit. If you want to waste your well-earned channel points for maybe a lot, maybe not a lot, channel points in return, or maybe lose them all, pick the winning team right now, South Korea or Brazil. It is up to you, and this is also a good time to check up on the pick'ems really quick before we get started. South Korea, you guys really like South Korea. You voted 93% South Korea.
I mean, they are the highest seeded team after all, being the 5th seed against the 12th seed Brazil this year. And also, I would say one thing is that 3 versus 3, I would say, definitely benefit South Korea a little more on paper, with they generally has like a better third player slot in most of the maps. So yeah, I'm not surprised the pick'em choice really chose South Korea in this match.
Like, it's fine, we're still in the winners bracket with this match, so if Brazil or South Korea loses this, then they're not out of the tournament. They'll drop down into the losers bracket of next week. And I'm pretty confident that both of these teams will make a good run, no matter what will happen from this point forward.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about No Mod 1 as Brazil's first pick, though? I'm just like... I've just been looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense as the first pick. This map, a little bit risky, because there's a lot of patterns, consistency patterns that once you miss on, you will drop a lot of combos and such. But if Brazil is feeling like it, yeah, then sure, go ahead. This is something that I would say a weaker, not weaker, but mostly just lower seeded team in general pick as the first pick. I think it makes sense, especially this being one of the easier maps in the pool. And also, one thing about the easier maps of the pool, I do believe this week's Hard Rock pool leans onto the easier side, but South Korea is just a gigantic beast on the Hard Rock mod, so I'm not surprised they did not go for the Hard Rock mod at all and instead focus on first map as a no mod 1 pick. I think this completely makes sense as the first pick. So yeah.
Like, after Japan, you have only South Korea rivaling them in terms of accuracy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that South Korea will be strongest on accuracy above all. So it's up to Brazil to just keep the scorelines as close as they can. And what a better way to go about this than no mod 1. First pick by Brazil. Brazil versus South Korea. Let's go!
Yep, we got Foxaru, Kormo, and Miwu, which is originally known as actually Ferry Borje. Yeah, Ferry Borje. So currently number 3 in Brazil, I do believe. So quite a strong roster on the Brazilian side. South Korea, we got Olo, Chosun, which is another DDKK. People call him the small Apollos. Very good at skill capping maps. And also Ryrator, the legendary 4-digit, which not 4-digit anymore. But he, as I'm talking about him, he does find the first break. And this is what I'm talking about no mod 1. Missing, it's what you don't want, especially there. Oh, what happened?
Just the thing about top players missing in the easiest part of a map is because you lose focus. You love to see it. I mean, South Korea hates to see it, but Brazil is not going to complain about that. They currently have the lead in terms of combo, definitely. Accuracies are still somewhat tight. But if it comes down to this one miss from Ryrator, then yeah. Could have lived without it. That could happen.
That could definitely happen. Especially this is two very, very odd teams fighting against each other, I would even say. Like, once again, I've talked about Taiko Bowl Cup. There's been like only 8 teams that have been in podiums before, and these two teams are one of the 8 teams that made in podium before, and they do have some of those remaining roster that help them to get into podiums. So definitely a really strong paper team from both teams, and into the hardest part of the map with many streams, and there goes Olo. Net break, it's what matters, and seems like Brazil's no mod 1 strategy worked out well for now. And they still need to hold on to the longest stream of the map, and they keep it. That's going to be the first point in favor of Brazil, and that's what I'm talking about, the FC.
Boxer.
No, don't you curse it.
Hold your breath, Boxer. There you go. You love to see it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Right. What a solid start from Brazil. Foxer with an SS, Kyomo with 10 100s, and Miwu with 6 100s in total. Love to see it. The accuracy is overall that's 5, 9, 13 100s in South Korea in total. It really just came down to the miss from my Ryrator. That's it. And Lola, obviously. Can't forget about that.
Those 2 breaks are definitely hurting South Korea quite a bit, and that's what I'm talking about number 1. Just FC and you win. You have 3-man FC, yeah, you take the point. They are going to pick something that we probably won't see a 3-man FC. Hit the one being selected as South Korea. We were talking about how strong Korea is in the Hard Rock, but no, they're actually gonna go for a hidden one instead. Wow.
Hidden one, the slot that makes and breaks top players. Like, Foxaru, sure. I could see them pulling off a decent hidden score. Ein Tutu is coming in. A name that I'm not too familiar with personally.
Yeah.
And 4-4.
Yep, a pretty new player from Brazil. So far, this year has been recently ranking up quite high and pretty strong at speed maps in general, just like most players nowadays. With also quite a bit of hidden hidden plays in his top, so definitely a player who likes playing hidden, but slow hidden is a completely different world compared to usual kind of speed hidden though. So we see how he performs, and South Korea got another big names on speed hidden, Labby, and then also another two insane hidden players, I Love Marisa and 4444, previously known as Bamgo SN, extremely strong hidden player, play against Peaceful in Taiko Coliseum before and actually managed to take 4 points off Peaceful, especially in those hidden picks. So definitely a player very, very strong at slow hidden. We see how he performs.
That's really something. Like you said, managed to take 4 points off Peaceful. But if you're new to TWC, like winning against Peaceful in a 1v1, good luck with that. Like Peaceful is actually one of the best tournament players this game mode has ever seen. So just being able to come close to even rivaling some of their scores is something to behold. And we will see how that pans out in Hidden 1. Already, Actros from Kyomo, quite a lot. Not breaking combo just yet, but just all over the place. Never mind. Combo break, there it is. But all over the place, looking pretty unstable.
This map is extremely rough at the start. I would say even as the slow SV of this map is just completely brutal. We have been seeing teams got destroyed in this map, basically. Even teams that did not get any A's, and Labi actually did not play a singular note there for some reason. Probably just a lag, and lag in slow hit is never a good feeling there. And missing quite a lot, dropping its accuracy down to 94%, but still able to hold on the lead due to rest of the players from Brazil aren't able to match up against 4-4, and I Love Marisa with 4-4 still holding 200 FC for now in Hidden 1.
It's looking surprisingly equal right now. Another miss from Labby. You currently have like Kyomo versus Labby, Marisa versus Tudu, and Foxer versus 4-4 coming up against one another, and Kyomo traded that miss, a bit unfortunate. Labby trades someone right back. So at least combo-wise, Brazil's looking a bit better, but accuracy-wise, as we said at the beginning, South Korea's players are just human metronomes. Just look at the UR bar on 4-4, like, there is barely any deviation at all. Foxer is also doing pretty solid work on this pick, hitting maybe a bit too early overall, but still trying to keep Brazil in the game. Actually managed to miss there a bit earlier, but yeah. What can you say? South Korea and Hidden, that's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, this is what we talk about Korea, how good at Hard Rock is. They are also very, very good at Hidden, with these three players mostly focused on these the hidden mod, so you can see they're performing very, very well on this map, especially 4-4, and they're going to be taking the first point with a 4-100 from 4-4, just like his name, the number 4, and there goes the first point of them. I Love Marisa also did a great job with a 99% FC. Foxer right behind these two with 5 misses right before the Ki. That was a tricky sessions right before the Ki, dropping 5 misses there. But still, a really good score from him. I mean, 99% on this is definitely respectable. I am 2-2 also coming in with an FC with Hidden. Despite his accuracy is not the best, but slow hidden, able to FC is already a good news for you. So yeah, that's going to be 1 apiece. So we'll be on to next map from Brazil.
We were kind of speculating about what Tudu's role would be in this match. And you've already said that Tudu has quite a few hidden plays in their top plays, so what I'm taking from this is that Tudu will just be their hidden specialist, who will just come into the hidden 1 and 2 slots, and maybe some of the free mods. They look like forced to be reckoned with in some of the later stages.
Yeah, maybe even some speedier maps, which we instantly get into one, number 3 being selected by Brazil. A pretty simplistic map, I would say. A lot of DDKKDs, a lot of rollable patterns on 280 BPM, so there's some 1-foots. But once again, those 1-foots are quite rollable because Fakuta himself is also a single tap roll player. And we're back into the No Mod 1 team from Brazil, Miwu, Kyomo, and Foxer ready to game this map.
But also, you can't really forget about the finishers. We've had matches this weekend.
Yeah.
We've had matches this weekend where finishers could have made a difference in deciding the outcome. And yeah, 280 finishers are something that I don't really wish upon anyone unless you're DDKK, which, as you've mentioned before, Chuseung, that fills the spot quite well. So, very, as always, I'm trying to look at everyone's clients to see who hits what and if there's going to be any discernible weakness that comes from not hitting finishers. But Brazil better hit them. Brazil better hit them all, because South Korea sure will. Or try to, at least. They're not going to give up their lead just like that.
However, I do believe this will be a similar case with No Mod 1. As long as all 3 of your players have Cs, you'll be getting your points. I do believe that's gonna be the case. Honestly, this pool is quite rough for a 3 versus 3 setting, so any maps with 3 FCs are quite important. I would say, once again, South Korea back to their mechanical side of teams with Olo, Chosun, and Rairator, a complete swap of roster, and you can see their direction of maps. These 3 players so far are playing the defensive role on the South Korea team, defend any picks against Brazil, and the other 3 players going for aggressive, like maps being selected like Hidden 2. They all 3 instantly ready get into the lobby after it was selected. So you can see there's a role thing going on the South Korean teams then, which is quite nice to see. All players get their chance to perform. And into No Mod 3, so far everybody has a double S, but once again, I do believe we might see some misses on the finishers, which Jukes talk about. Hopefully they don't get trolled by the finishers, because it definitely will be rough for your team score.
Miwu with a couple of 100s, Kyomo with the first miss for Brazil. They keep South Korea in the lead. Choseong with a miss, but given that Rairator and Olo are all sitting on assist, it's not gonna hurt too much. Miwu with the first miss on the finishers, as expected. Someone's gonna break eventually. Foxeru on the Brazilian side trying to maintain the lead, trying to stay competitive. And oh boy, big breaks from both Miwu and Rairator.
Yeah, this pool is just brutal, man. I mean, like we just mentioned, how insane the score in China versus Germany are. Many freeway FCs, and we are not even seeing that much in this match. Another breakaway from Miwu on these finishers. These are really cutting him up. So yeah, like we talked about, these finishers are very, very painful. Definitely something that you cannot miss out. So remember, maybe you can have a chance to cheese out the finishers by just not hitting them, even though you lose points. Once again, another break from Miwu, and seems like South Korea is slowly running away on No Mod 3.
Still have Olo and Foxeru with the highest accuracies in the lobby, so at least in the top half it's looking a little more calm. But yeah, South Korea is kind of running away with Brazil's pick right now. It's Olo versus Foxeru, but there's not really much else of a competition going on. 1-100 separating Olo and Foxeru right now, but it's pretty much settled with the many misses from Miwu through the runtime of this pick. That South Korea is gonna take this point pretty confidently. Another 100 from Foxeru, and that's it. On number 3, you blink and you miss it. 1-100 from Olo, 4 from Foxeru, and no other FCs on the board. Just the accuracies on South Korea, crazy. 4 100s on Chuseong, 8 100s on Rairator, and then you have Kyomo and Miwu with 15 and 24. 18 and 24, my bad. Overall.
the finishers really hurt Brazil there. Despite combo and Chosen both missing on the 1-6 burst, but the finishers are really what makes a difference. Of that last map, we can see Miwu wasn't having the best time in those finishers. But that's the map done. Maybe they will have their chance to get their breakpoint next. On to Hard Rock 1, another easier map of the pool, which I do believe this is one of the more coin flippy maps. However, if your accuracy are just way above the other team, then yeah, it's not gonna be coin flippy. And we talk about South Korea being good at Hard Rock. Gonna be selecting Hard Rock 1 as their next pick. OD 9.1, a map by Heavy. A lot of 1-4 to 1-6 patterns type of Hard Rock classic tech map. So not much of a SV speed up, just your generic BPM of 180. Pretty clean map though. So that's your basic Hard Rock tech accuracy skills on this map. And I do believe South Korea has a little bit advantage in this map, but we see how Brazil players respond on this map.
Yeah, I have no real doubts that South Korea is gonna win this pick if they just don't miss, but like, tournament nerves exist, and although we know for sure Olo can keep the nerves pretty well, 4-4 as well, Rai Raider. Alright, now that I'm looking at the lineup, Brazil has a lot of work to do on this one. I was just waiting to see what the final name would be. But we'll see.
You don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
You never know. We'll never know.
You never know. Oh yeah, by the way, the other match that is currently happening on the second stream, also Live 2 stream, also playing Hard Rock 1 with Norway in the lead. So around 2-1 on that side. So if you're also interested to check out how the other match is going, definitely turn on both streams in the same time if your eyes is good enough. But both of them are playing Hard Rock 1. And seems like no one wants to skip. Nice.
I mean, you know, it's a good song. Like, let them enjoy their demise. Hard Rock 1, OD 9.1.
Yep. Into the map. Very consistent start to start. That KDDK 16 might trip up some accuracies. We do see there are two Korean players holding a double S for now, and all the Brazil players are on around 99.5%, so around 1 to 2 100s behind most South Korean players. Still very tame map though. The first 500 combo, I would say it's pretty easy to get double S, but after that might be a bit tough, especially some of the patterns got a bit rougher.
Kyomo found a few 100s earlier there, which means that Brazil overall is not looking too good in the accuracy department. I'm not saying not too good, but given that both Miwu and Foxer are sitting on 99s and, well, South Korea is doing South Korea things, a 98, even though by mortal standards on this pick, is not that bad. It is quite the damper right now for Brazil, who will have to bank on any single mistake from South Korea, especially in the second half, which picks up in momentum just a little bit more than the first half. A few more finishers as we drop into the second half. Ki starting right about now.
And here comes the hard part of the map. We might see some misses, but I do believe we need 2 misses from South Korea for Brazil to have a chance to do from pure accuracy advantage. Raita was holding a 99.9 there, dropping to 99.6, and already the lowest accuracies in the entire Korea team. Only Foxer will manage to beat him. Well, not anymore. Olo just found a break, but once again, one misses is just not enough in this map. This is not a miss map. This is an accuracy map, and South Korea are clearly in the lead in that department, and they most likely gonna be secure their 3rd points and consolidate their breakpoint from Brazil on no mod 3. 5 100s from Olo, highest accuracy, but unfortunately that one miss is gonna be making him dropped to the lowest scores for the South Korean team. Everyone else actually managed to FC, so great score from everyone. But the accuracies from South Korea are just way too strong in this map.
Like, consider that South Korea as a team has 19 100s. You have Miwu on the Brazilian side with 17, and then Kiyomo with 46 100s. Brazil managed to team FC. That's great and all, but if you're going up against one of the top 8 teams, that's not enough. Accuracies matter more than anything. As you said, Hard Rock 1 is the accuracy pick. So, yeah. As I said at the beginning, I saw it as very unlikely that South Korea will lose this one, and that's just what happened. And we'll just move on from that, see what happens with 3 mod 3. Mori Mori Atsushi.
Pupa, another pretty notable, I would say memorable song for a lot of these players. I do believe most players have heard of the original song back in like 2015 already.
Oh man.
Is this a classic? Definitely a classic song. But the Uma remix, it's going to be making the BPM drop around 22 down to 180 BPM. So that makes a 3 mod pick with an OD7 and I would say there are quite a bit of long patterns, especially at the end. The ending section is quite difficult with Hidden Hard Rock on due to the SV speeds up with longer patterns and also being OD7, and timing could be a little bit wonky at this map, so players could be dropping a lot of accuracy if they turn on Hidden Hard Rock, especially the last part. We might even see some misses there. We'll see which one, who wants to go big and go for Hidden Hard Rock. I am sure players like Foxaru are definitely prepared with the Hidden Hard Rock mod on this map.
Yeah, consider that this is supposed to be the mod-friendly pick. So we're seeing all Hidden Hard Rock on South Korea. That's unfortunately for Brazil to be expected. Not quite sure what they were thinking, picking a free mod against Brazil, I was going to say, against South Korea. Maybe they just like the song. That's a valid reason to pick a map like this. Foxery going Hidden Hard Rock, Tudu going Hidden, Miwu going Hard Rock. So we have 6 mods versus 4 mods and 120,000 point advantage already for South Korea. Well, granted that they keep up their combos, which we'll be seeing in about 3 minutes from now. Focus matters a lot in this map.
Definitely, especially the longer chain of streams at the end. I understand why Brazil would pick this. I would say this is another one of the easier maps in the pool. They have been generally going for more of the easier map of stuff. However, this is the case in free mod. On an easier free mod, you might get Hidden Hard Rock triple by the other team. Although we know him as a Hard Rock player, but he's actually pretty decent at Hidden as well, so makes him also a good Hidden Hard Rock player. And everybody else on the Korean team basically plays Speed Hidden a lot. Bamgo, Fofo, Labby, both are big Speed Hidden, so Hidden Hard Rock on a 6-star map probably doesn't really hurt them too much. A break him from IM22 on that session, on that one singular, is that a 1-6 or 1-8? I did not see what he missed on, but unlucky break there. Just a flat out 1 miss. Makes Korea gonna be extending the lead quite a bit due to the 2 mods advantage.
I mean, of course you didn't see what they missed on. Like, that was hidden. Like,
True.
Come on. Halfway point sees South Korea leading by nearly 100,000 points. With a miss from Miwu, that's gonna be a little bit more than that. Foxer is still sitting on the SC, the only remaining SC on the Brazilian side. Meanwhile, you only have 4-4 who broke a little bit earlier into the map. South Korea, Labby, and Olo pulling themselves together. Labby actually with the highest accuracy on the South Korean side and in the lobby. Love to see it. Some diversity at the top. Currently looking to be the map, or rather pick MVP in South Korea. But it's only like 1 or 2 100s separating Labby and Olo right now.
So does Foxer. He's right behind these 2 players. and 4-4 is managed to catch up basically, and is not looking out too well for Brazil into the hardest section of the map, which I would say this is definitely the hardest part for Hidden Hard Rock. But we will see more. We probably need to see all three players of the South Korea team to completely lock in the stream to able to flick back to Brazil. But it's not looking like it for now. And here comes a longer chain of stream. Everybody managed to hold on. Oh, everyone actually. No, oh, there goes a breakthrough from Labi on 16214. Just a small break though, doesn't matter much. Into the last speed up of the map. Don't think it's gonna be swapping over due to how less time there is, but Nook Lock is completely possible.
But unlikely, given it's South Korea, let's be real. All the players are past 1 million, also pushing past 1.06 mil, which is what you'd love to see with Hidden Hard Rock. Otherwise it wouldn't really pay off. But South Korea made their mods worth, pushed past 1.06 mil, and what a team performance. 3.25 million. With only 1 miss on 4-4, 2 misses on Labi. Insane performance. Foxer actually ended up with 1 less 100 than Olo. On the Hidden Hard Rocks. So Foxer best Hidden Hard Rock score here in this lobby. I missed the 2 misses, my bad. But like accuracy wise, at least Foxer has that claim to fame.
No, it's actually 4-4. You miss him.
It's too many clients. There's too many clients.
Number is too hard. But yeah, this map it's actually quite easy to drop 100s in this map. This map has been the hardest to get egg map for Hidden Hard Rock, I would say. The other two more like, yeah, they are just tough to play, but this one is quite difficult to hack. Meanwhile, we are seeing South Korea manage to take another breakpoint of Brazil. On the other side of matches, on the second stream, Norway already beaten out Singapore. Singapore managed to get the 1 point, their first point on Hidden 1. The slow Hidden is always very painful, but they managed to basically sweep Singapore afterwards. So we'll not be seeing Singapore anymore after this tournament. But still, congratulations to Norway for taking this map, and hopefully we will see Singapore players and with their stronger players, their top players coming back into the game and once again become another stronger Singaporean team. And yep, seems like we have a map selected on our side here. Double Time 2, it's Summer, the painful map.
DT2.
This map.
This is, I've said it before, this is not your average DT2. You'd usually expect something like really high BPM, maybe like 270 at this stage, DT. This is not it. This is not it at all. This is pretty challenging rhythm-wise, with the wonkiness of DT slapped on top of it. And again, I'm seeing South Korea being favored in this pick more than Brazil, just based off of accuracy. Keeping combo is hard enough on this pick. And this might just turn out to be South Korea's last pick. They're already on match point. Obviously, there is still the chance of Brazil somehow turning this around and forcing a tiebreaker one way or another. But that still means they would have to win a tiebreaker somehow, and well...
It's possible. We might see reverse sweep, even though we did not really expect, looking at the script, or there's no tiebreaker. Yeah, on Double Time 2, like Jukes said, this is just absolutely brutal to play. Usually, teams would expect, very rollable Double Time 2, or just DDKK, 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 DDKD for the entire map, just like last year. But in OD7, it's easy, you just need to be able to roll them. But no, this is not the case. There's a lot of anti-roll patterns in this map. DKK, DKK, or doublets and quadruplets, which can be tripping up players in this map. And once at the head start of the map, you already see 2 doublets in there. This is a completely different double time to experience, especially when you see the mapper being Rise. So I'm not surprised this is the outcome for a double time 2 with this seeing pretty just see a lot of low scores in this map.
Slight accuracy deficit for Brazil, which is not unusual. Usually have to hit a few nodes before you really start gaining accuracy on DT, but South Korea makes it seem like a breeze. No major act drops from any players from South Korea. Foxaru is the one player, once again, who is coming close to rival any of the scores from South Korea. Kiyomo with the first miss. Miwu above Kiyomo on the Brazilian side and Foxaru at top, but still, it's gonna need a lot more than that to reclaim
the lead.
Not the lead, because like there is no lead up until the tiebreaker, but their momentum, that's the word I was searching for.
I see. But yeah, Como did break right on the TI session with many offbits and offhand patterns. You can see his accuracy dipped down quite a bit. This map is just completely brutal. Even teams that make it to top 3 before, some of these players that make it to top 3 before into podium TWCs are quite, maybe even struggling quite a bit in this map. Foxaru, it's gaming through this map, but South Korea are treating this map like a piece of cake. Look at the accuracy, lowest being chosen with a 99.4%. Miwu finding another break, and this is already close to the unrecoverable score deficits with almost 250,000 points difference, and it's looking like Korea gonna be secure the last point, despite we see the first map being on Brazil's. Korea just said, no, we are in this match for real. We want to get into quarterfinals. Gonna be dominating Brazil in the final break. Almost a 330,000 points. 300,000 points different with a freeway FC on double time 2. Oh my god.
And 5 100s on Olo. Hello.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a Olo moment.
What did you have for breakfast, Olo? That's illegal. You shouldn't be taking substances like these. Come on. Jesus.
True. Yeah, this today, I do believe we see a 2 100 FC from Stu, but still doesn't take away the fact that 5 100 FC on this map. It's completely insane. GG well played to South Korea. Just wow, this is a great team performance coming from them, despite missing some of their biggest players like Piso, Apollos. This team, this country still has many players in the, I would say, in the country community, and once again proving themselves to be a very strong contenders, and maybe even one of the podium spot for this year. We don't know, but we'll see how they will fight against the 4th seeded next week, which is the 4th, I do believe it's the 4th seeded.
That would be Italy.
Yeah, or
it has
Finland.
Happened already. Oh yeah, the match hasn't happened yet.
Happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Yep, it will be Italy or Finland, which is going to be next match, and it's going to be happening in around 21 minutes. But Brazil, it's not out just yet because they are in the loser. They are not in the loser bracket. They are in the winners bracket. You can see the teams with blue icons that win, meaning that they will be in winners bracket. So the teams that they beat are not out just yet. So Brazil, China, Philippines, Malaysia, even some 3 of those teams did get swept, but they are not out just yet. They can definitely come back stronger and may be able to revenge those teams in the loser bracket.
Brazil, for the uninitiated, will be facing off against Indonesia next week. That is a match you should definitely pay attention to. We have number 12, number 5 versus number 15 seed coming up next week. But that is for next week. As I've already said, we have Italy versus Finland coming up. So, yeah, you better not be going anywhere. There are still a couple more matches in this weekend, and I'm all in for it. I'm just gonna chill and chat because I'm done for today. I know you aren't. You're gonna stick around. You're gonna stay in here.
You're gonna continue to hear my voice throughout this block of matches. You're going to be seeing me a lot. But yeah, we are going to have a small break for now. So still 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we will be having Italy versus Finland. So don't go anywhere. Maybe go grab some drinks and maybe grab some stuff, some snacks to eat. And I will be seeing you guys back in 20 minutes later. Alright, hope you guys enjoy what you see. For now, enjoy the music.
See ya.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Osu Taiko World Cup 2023. And after the 20 minutes break, we see Korea and Brazil fighting against each other. We're now on to another winners bracket match, which is going to be Italy versus Finland. And once again, it's me, Yongin, and I'm joined with a different caster this time. We got the old classic taiko player that started playing around the game in 2016. Janitor, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I'm really excited for this match.
Yeah. Italy and Finland, these two teams got quite a bit of history due to what happened last year. Last year, in a 2 versus 2 situation, Italy was the 15th seed and Finland was the 18th seed, and they managed to face against each other in the first stage, round 32, and Finland actually upsetting Italy last year. But Italy this time being the 4th seed, ready to get in row against Finland, and with Poet, which is changed its name to Partyboy95, back onto their team, ready to battle up against Finland, with Finland actually losing 2 players, Yurti and the dude starts with SYY. So yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting match, especially now we're in the harder pools, and Italy definitely ready to get their revenge back.
Yeah, I actually forgot that these two teams did play last year. So this is going to be hopefully either revenge for Italy or a very nightmarish repeat for Finland.
Wait, that's both bad about Finland. Oh, you spoiled the script. It's a nightmare of Italy. Alright, we will be seeing the bans. Italy banning out no mod 3, knowing that easier type of speed maps are something that Finlands are very strong on, with players like Mega Mela, and banning out, and Finland will be responding with a ban of 3 mod 1 duplications, and they'll be starting on Tempest, so the third exact same map to start as the last match for Brazil, which Brazil managed to get 3 FCs on this map. Will Finland repeat their performance? We will see.
Wow,
but
that's really fast picking bans.
Yeah, that was so correct. It's like the same last match. They are just ready, instantly ready to battle, and we'll see some drumming sessions. Tempest being the no mod 1, very consistent patterns throughout the map, 210 BPM. Mostly rollable patterns, with some of them with 1-4 to 1-6 patterns inside 1-6 patterns inside a 1-4 stream, which could be quite easy to find drops, and once you drop, you miss quite a lot because this map is actually pretty dense, being a 6.6 star map after all, and it will be straight getting into no mod 1 instantly.
Yeah, Finland is also historically a really strong early stage team, having good consistency and accuracy, so I can definitely see why they want to go for this.
Definitely. We got Foldednen, Dusky, and Anti for Finland. And on the other side, we got previously known as Lot Ender, which now changed its name to Ender. So we got Ender here. I don't know how to roll owls. I'm not Europeans. I'm Asian after all. Don't know how to roll the owls. We got Partyboy95, which is Coed, previously known as Coed, and A40 left for Italian team, starting on no mod 1. And this is a type of map that as long as you have a 3-man FCs, you'll be able to take this point, but
neither team has one anymore.
Alright, that's an instant curse start. Both Partyboy95 and Anti gonna be trading their breaks. And accuracies maintained. Italy is better. You can see all players above the 99%, with Ender at 99.91 and A40 at 99.83. So 2 100s and 1 100 from these two players, performing fantastic in this map so far. Buchanan is also matching against Ender with having 1 100s for now.
Yeah, but Dusky really having a bit of an accuracy issue. Anti not really too far behind Coed. It's really hard for me to think of what his actual name is. It says Party Boy. Yeah, Coed.
Yeah, it's Coed. Yeah, but those two breaks from NT and Party Boy 95 to start things out not looking too well for Finland, because now meaning that they will be in accuracy battle, and there goes another break from NT, and now combo advantage all in favor of Italy, and they are running away with this as there are more misses from NT. Might be a backfire as a first pick. The 141-6 stream does trip up Ender, but that's the only break we see from the Italian boys since Party Boy 95, and they'll be securing their first breakpoint quite confidently with 2 100s from A40 and an extremely good accuracy play from Ender as well. So does Party Boy 95 actually.
Yeah, that's, I guess you can say, a pretty grand performance from A40 with only 2 100s top scoring the map.
Come on, you need to be in the grand performance. That's a real A40 performance, and they were instantly responding back with the speed map on DT2. And this is the unrollable double time map. And Summer, not your usual double time 2. Many awkward patterns and just annoying patterns in this BPM, which can trip up a lot of players in this, even in open rank tournaments. Being a risky map after all, it's very tough for players to get into, and we see Deku swapping in for Party Boy 95.
Yeah, unsurprising, Deku is a very strong DT player. DT2, I think, easily one of the hardest maps in this pool so far, aside from maybe Fremont 2.
Yeah, I do agree with your take there. This map is just super rough to play, especially if you're one of the teams with not that high skill cap after all. This is just completely brutal to your team, because you not only you need to be able to play this BPM, you need to be good at this BPM of 262 to able to act this map well. We see some very fantastic accuracy performance from Stu with 2 100s and all of 5 100. We see can some of these players repeat their performance very early break from Ender, but once again, I do believe Miss is not going to be mattering that much.
That matters a bit more though.
If he stopped missing, it's his keyboard broken. Oh, that's a very unfortunate start for Italy there. Ender seems like he has some bit of keyboard issues to start off the map. It did work out just fine now, but definitely hurt their score quite a bit. Or offset too. That could be also a thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It could be, I don't know, some sort of Windows notification, but that Spurt put Italy behind, especially with another miss from Deku.
Yeah, this is not looking a good start for Italy, but anyway, when we drop into the offbeat session, instantly claimed entirety of Finnish team, and now Italy will be bringing back the score lead as Ender it's basically recovering very well, and 2 double breaks on Fulton and Mega Mela, and then swapping back the lead onto Italian side with A40's 99.8% on this map. Wonderful performance. Well, not anymore. He dropped to 99.7. Still, grand performance, you would say.
That is a very grand performance. A40 having by far the best accuracy on this map so far.
Yeah, I do believe Ender also has a really good accuracy too, but he really drops a lot at the start. That's why his accuracy is looking a little bit sus right now at only 95%, but he really picked it back up after that chirp and helped their team to take back the lead, basically avoiding dropping a breakpoint. Another misses from Fulton and Mega Melon. This map was just completely brutal to play, to players, to most players even, especially single tap role players. And that's going to be Italy basically consolidate their breakpoint on no mod 1, taking the second point quite confidently, I would say, even with Ender basically not playing at the start, dropping 25 misses there. Still take this by 150,000 points different. This is a very, very strong performance from Italy.
Yeah, genuinely amazing performances from A40 so far, being a real rock for his team, even despite some of the shakier technical issues to start with.
Yeah, it's you know, it's nice to see teams that did not get just like, yeah, we are going to take this like dismantle, even though there's some extremely unfortunate stuff that happened to us right out of the gate. We still going to take this. It's definitely a very, very respectable play to end. Just not get phrased by it, did not give up, and still able to flick us back onto their team. So that was a very fantastic performance from Italy. And then very deserved second point. But now Finland has their chance to take a point on the board in the next pick.
Yeah, this is looking really difficult for Finland now. I suppose Nomad 4 has historically been banned a lot, but Hard Rock 2 is not what I expected.
Yeah, they want to go for more speedier type of maintain, I do assume. This being another speedy-ish map, 227 BPM. Hard Rock, even though the scroll speed is around 220. OD6, and you can see your classic Wolf background. After Hard Rock will be OD 8.4, and we do see Ikun joining in the lobby to replace Deku on this map. Once again, extremely good Italian team in Hard Rock.
Yeah, I suppose Finland is mostly going for some of the easier maps of the pool, trying to out-consistency Italy, instead of, you know, stuff like DT2, which is just really high skill cap.
True. I do agree this is one of the more tamer maps of the pool too. The hardest part of the map, it's not this. Honestly, if you're a Hard Rock player, the hardest part of the map is not the scroll speed, it's the slow down session, which is quite trippy to read. We might see some misses there. I would point it out where it is. It's like a DDKDK and then onto a KD and then onto a KDK. That thing onto a KDKDD. That thing really tripped me up a lot personally when I was playing this map. So, and we do see a lot of misses in that session too. There's also quite a bit of finishers at the end, but you can cheese it by just hitting all notes as a finisher in a DK pattern. Because that's how it was mapped, even though the finishers is like on or D on a K, but if you count all notes as a finisher, you basically hit the entire chain of DK. But before we get into those trippy sessions, Ikun with the first one to fall on the break, and some of these easier type of maps seems like working out well for Finland.
Definitely looking good so far. Of course, it's still a little bit of an accuracy difference, especially with Mega Melon.
Here's the slowdown session. Nobody gets tripped up by it. That was fantastic performance. We do see Mega Melon drop a lot of accuracy there, but still, a combo is still a combo is a combo. With that combo lead, they are in the lead so far due to that advantage, but slowly dropping a little bit more accuracy is making the gap smaller and smaller, and Italy is just right behind the Finnish players.
Yeah, it's getting a bit scary. Finland's 2 players right now are, I think, 100 behind Italy's, but right now it's just the difference between Megamela and Ikun.
Alright, we're into the final PI session, and still one more finisher session which could trip up players, but Mega Man
the accuracy! And Anti!
Oh! Those 2 breaks, not 2 breaks, but 1 break from Anti really seals it to Italian. Lead flips back to Italian team, and that break from Mega Man seals the deal, and Italy gonna be stealing back the Hard Rock 2 map and takes the 3rd point and 2nd break point in the game. Even though Ikun finds a very early miss, Finland just not able to hold on despite their fantastic play throughout the map, but Italy just a little bit stronger. After all, you can see 100 from both Ender and A40.
Yeah, that's a great performance from the 2 Italians there, and Ikun, aside from that early miss, it could have been a 3-way full combo with maybe one of the best accuracies for a team on this map.
Definitely. Best accuracy, definitely. Best score, no, because we see quite a bit of 3-way FCs on this map, because there's a match called Germany vs China happened, but still, if you mean accuracy, yeah, that's a really good accuracy play from these 2 teams. And Finland now 2 breakpoints behind, not looking out too well for them, and Italy is slowly tasting their sweet revenge on this map onto Pupa right now. It's a free mod pick. Classic song.
Yeah, this song is a real banger. Also, all 3 Italian players making sure to pick free mod 3.
Yeah, it's they really want to get into this map very quickly. Deku joining back in for Ikun. Possibly we'll see 3-way hidden Hard Rock. I won't be surprised if that's the outcome. And Finland waiting for the 3rd player to join in, and it's going to be Dusky.
Yeah, I think Italy definitely has either noticed or planned ahead of time that they have a noticeable accuracy advantage over Finland. So on, I think, the map with the highest base OD in the pool, not even counting the mod advantage they could have if they have 3 hidden Hard Rock players.
Yeah, this map is actually really hard to act, especially with hidden Hard Rock being OD 9.8, and the timing is a little bit wonky after all. We have been seeing many accuracy dips in this map. We see...
Of course.
Yeah, of course, Italy's gonna go for 3-way hidden Hard Rock, as expected. I was gonna say last match, South Korea managed to go for 3 hidden Hard Rock as well, but not singular of their player have any 100 count below 20. So this map is actually really hard to get a good accuracy, but so this might be something that Italy sees, and also we can like mod abuse the other team and decide to go for 3 mod 3 as their next pick.
Yeah, so having a 2 mod advantage means that Italy has a lot more leniency in terms of misses and accuracy, but accuracy, actually, they seem to be ahead overall.
Yeah, even with hidden Hard Rock, Dusky being a 98.53% actually below A40 for now, and Foden is also below both Ender and A40, so this is quite a strong accuracy performance from Italy with hidden Hard Rock. Deku's score is quite unbelievable, getting a 99.8% with hidden Hard Rock on this, but we still haven't reached to the hot pot. especially the last quarter of the map when SV speeds up. It's the hardest section for Hidden Hard Rock. Very easy to find a couple of misses right in the middle of those 141 streams.
Yeah, and the other key thing to look for with mod advantage is you can afford to have 2% lower accuracy and still match the score of only single mod. Ender finding a really random miss there.
Yeah, the slowdown caught him a bit, but no big deal because they have the mod advantage. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we missed, we don't care, we're still in the lead. That's how Taiko free mod works after all. And they are demolishing this pick, even though the accuracy, the score advantage, score difference is not that big in favor of Italy, but despite that misses from Ender, it seems like the score gap did not slow down at all, and they are still extending the lead. This is how safe this map is for them.
Yeah, if you have the same accuracy as someone playing single mod with Hidden Hard Rock, you can actually afford like 1 or 2 misses and still have the same score as them.
Yeah, but talking about singular mode, Anti with a very good accuracy player there with a 99.76, but once again it's just a one more disadvantage. Despite Ender's break, Anti is still behind Ender in terms of score, and this is just, like I said before, this is just how free mod works. There goes the hard part of the Hidden Hard Rock, there goes a break, a really big misses from Deku, but once again, it's still not mattering that much, especially for them to respawn back with a smaller misses. Despite miss being smaller, but there goes the chance for them to take this.
And A40 still holding on really strong for his team.
Yeah, he might be securing the full combo into the hardest part with Hidden Hard Rock. A lot of speed up.
Well,
I did the thing, so I guess we're not.
While it lasted.
Sure, we're not gonna see any Hidden Hard Rock full combos. I mean, not blame them for dropping combos in this session. This is the hardest session of the map after with Hidden Hard Rock. The two players on Finland, one singular mod players in Finland, managed to FC this map, but it's not enough. That's how Hidden Hard Rock works. You miss 12 times and you still get higher score. Look at Deku. Look at Deku go. He missed like an entire stream, but he still got higher score than Anti. So the three-way Hidden Hard Rock really work for Italy, and they are already on to match point. This is going extremely quick pace, extremely fast pace.
Yeah, but Italy is angry about the fact that they lost Finland last year. They're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah. One more point, and they can taste the sweet victory. They'll be facing against South Korea next week if they take this. But if Finland manage to take the next 5 points from the first sweep situation, they will be facing South Korea instead. But that's going to be a very rough road for them to climb. Is it impossible though? Not really impossible, because there's still a lot of maps left that could work for Finland after all.
Oh, Fremont too.
Yep, this is the quote-unquote funniest map on the pool. It's quite funny. We went from completely safe to mod to completely anti-mod. This map has a lot of rough sessions. The early of the maps are quite difficult with Hidden due to those SV changes and slower SV in general, but the ending are just brutal for Hard Rock. Burak hates everyone who wants to play Hard Rock. You get into 270 BPM scroll speed sessions with 1/6 doublets fly from your right screen of monitor to your left side in super quick. Just very hard to react map. And usually teams would go for one one person going for hard rock and or hidden hard rock, everyone else go for hidden. How this map works usually.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't expect a full hard rock squad again, but I think Italy can definitely afford to have more mods on this than Finland.
Imagine we got 3 hidden hard rocks on this map.
That would be brave.
Yeah, that would be very bold. I mean, I do hope they won't backfire with 3 hidden hard rocks, but I don't think that's going to be what we see, because I don't think we're gonna see 3 hidden hard rocks. I don't think our players are that crazy and brave enough to just go straight for 3 hidden hard rocks.
Yeah, and hidden hard rock is a really big benefit on maps where it's not hard enough to make you lose your combo really easily, but on maps like Fremont 2 where it's basically entirely really hard and with a huge difficulty spike for hidden hard rock at the end, it's not really advisable unless you're really good.
Yeah, it seems like Italy wants to go for Ikun, but oh, there we go, he's here.
Oh, there he is.
I do believe he's gonna go for hard rock. Ikun being one of the best hard rock player ever. Especially, I would say best hard rock player, probably one of the best hard rock players in Europe. Might go for the hard rock mod. We'll see.
Yeah, I think I could see maybe 1 or 2 hidden hard rocks from Italy if they're feeling brave.
That would be insane. Oh, it's actually going for no mod. Oh wow. Okay,
so they're going safer.
A40 will be the only hard rock on this map, and NT will be responding him with a hard rock. NT, another very strong hard rock player, also a comfort player. So maybe used to reading some of these really extreme SV changes. Foden and Deku gonna go against each other on hidden, and Nusky will be battling with Ikun on no mod. Completely balanced screen. I love to see this. Hidden's on the top, hard rocks on the side, and no more at the back in between.
Yeah, it's perfectly mirrored. It's actually very aesthetic.
Sure, I love this.
Oh, don't love that early miss from Dusky though.
Very early, and seems like that miss is not gonna get mirrored from Ikun. So Italy will be on a little bit of advantage, but really did not go into their favor. They are just barely ahead. So anyone game still. First hard session of the map, everybody hits it. First spike. Good job to everyone for managing to keep their full combos on that session.
Yeah, Anti is actually winning the Hard Rock 1v1 versus A40. Beku with a slight lead over Voden, and really it's coming down to Ikun having a much higher score than Dusky.
In second half of the map, everyone hits it. We are really going to see the battle come down at the ending session. But we do see the mod players in Finland are overperforming the players in Italy. So this might be good news for Finland. There goes the breakthrough from Ikun. It's the mirror that Dusky needs, that Finland needs. And they'll be starting to running a raid in the hard session. Foden dropping a break there. A second break. Flickers back to Italy. Italy is now in the lead. Finland needs more breaks from Italy and not from Foden. Second chain of misses from them. Ikun not locking that session, and he does respond from mid, but that's not enough. Italy is still in the lead. We're into the last session of the map. Italy is still holding on with the full combos of Deku, really keeping them on this point, and that's going to be the final point. And now in the coffin, 5-0. It's going to be a clean sweep and a clean, sweet revenge from the Italian team to ending this match on on free mod 2.
Yeah, Deku really pulling through with a full combo. And I can only imagine that Italy is very satisfied after that.
Definitely losing last year and this year proving themselves once again. Why are they 4th seeded with an FC on Deku with Hidden? Despite Hidden being the easier mod of this map, Hidden it's a mod FC. It's still fantastic for this map. And that's a really quick match. We finish in under 30 minutes because Italy were quite dominant in many areas of this match. And they're going to...
And Finland also played pretty well too. It's just Italy was playing out of their minds, and I think historically Italy has not had super good performances at the World Cup, but this year they're really matching all the expectations and then some.
Yeah, being a team with many 2 digits, it's good to see they're finally performing what they want to see. And most important for them as a player, I do believe this revenge against Finland, upset from last year, responding with a 5-0 lead on this match. But once again, Finland it's not out just yet. They will be dropping into the loser bracket, which I don't have many ideas who they're gonna face.
I think they're facing Singapore.
The winner of Singapore and Norway. Norway. So Norway, they're going to be facing against Norway next week.
Oh, right, yes.
They'll be in 2 matches next week because loser bracket we have 2 matches starting from next week. So yeah.
Oh, actually, they're facing the Czech Republic.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah, that would be a rough match for Czech Republic after seeing some of those scores being achieved by Finland. But we'll see how they manage to face against this team full of many strong tournament players, I would say. So yeah, that's going to be this match done. But we still have 2 more matches left in today, which is going to be.
We have Denmark versus Russia.
Yes.
In I think around half an hour, and then we have the United Kingdom versus Chile, which I think will be quite exciting.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be exciting to see how those match come. But next match, like Janitor said, will be in 30 minutes, which is going to be Denmark versus Russian Federation. The 32nd seed versus 17th seed. On paper, probably the most furthest in terms of seeding. But we might see Denmark overperform. I mean, they really dropped their ranks by Hidden. So we'll see, can they actually manage to take some points against Russia Federation? And maybe an upset, because this week doesn't really have that many upsets. It'll be excited to see one. So yeah, thanks for casting with me, Janitor.
Yeah, of course, it was a pleasure.
Yep, and we'll see you guys in 27 minutes from now. Hope you guys enjoy the music.
傷を舐め合うと苦しいね意味求め合うと悲しいね I wanna kill myself やめてよ Zip it もう聞きたくないの傷を見せてって言えないよ覗き込んだって見えないよ I wanna kill myself やめてよ Zip it もう聞きたくない You don't give me no say I can't control but I can't control Give me someday More can't control but I can't control 傷を舐め合うと苦しい理由違うの全部違うの重ねたところから影になってやがて腐りゆくんだ It's wrong, it's wrong 認めてしまうとしまいが理解してしまう前に繋いだ後からこぼれ落ちていること That's right, and now give me your someday You don't give me your say I can't control but I can't control
Pull up the bass. When I'm on a mic, yo, rip up the bass.
Worst.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Osutech World Cup 2023 round of 16, where our second last match of this weekend between Denmark and Russia. I am Diesel, joined by Yongin. Hello.
Hello, welcome back. It's me once again, commentate another match, the third match you hear me commentate, but this time we'll be in the loser bracket, the lower brackets, which is going to be Denmark versus Russian Federation. And quite a bit difference in terms of seeding, 32nd seed and 17th seed, with Denmark losing to Japan last week as a clean sweep, but it's Japan, what can you do against it? And Russia losing against Philippines on 5-2 fashion, but they're definitely here back on track and ready to revenge against Denmark and maybe go further in this year's brackets.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Denmark, they lose the role, which is very surprising considering captain is the captain. So, not a good start at all, but there's always time to turn things around. We have a hidden 1 ban and a free mod 1 ban, which are both fairly expected and reasonable bans, and Russia is going to kick off the match with Hard Rock 1.
That's quite a unique pick to start with, because Denmark is actually pretty good at Hard Rock 1, I would say. This is something that most of their players are familiar with. Captain being a Hard Rock player, I do remember Leroy also did quite good in Hard Rock 1 last week, so Hard Rock 1 I was expecting something that Denmark picked, but I guess Russia will pick the map for them as the first map, with the Shala team on the Russian Federation. And if you don't know these players, Taiko Shala is crossbar, Bro Shala it's Nanny Inup, Full Odd Shala is Trinity, and Dayseek is Dayseek. Or very strong Hard Rock players from the Russian team. It's usually when you heard Russia in most modes, if you think of Hard Rock, Double Time, these type of mechanical maps are something that they will perform well on.
Yeah, for sure. It does leave a wee bit of a weakness towards hidden, but you can kind of just ignore that. There's only 2 hidden maps, so, you know, it's not the end of the world having that kind of weakness. And yeah, getting into Hard Rock 1, off we go.
Yep. However, this map is quite a bit different than usual mechanical Hard Rock 1. This is one of the easier maps in the pool, I would say. So accuracy game is definitely more important in this map. We have seen some teams with more misses but still end up to take this map because their accuracy are just better. Seems like this is what Russia tries to go for, but once again, Denmark is really good at Hard Rock mod for a 32nd seed, with Captain leading the team ready to beat Russia in the Hard Rock mod to take Russia first point as take Russia first break point, with Dayseek finding a very early choke there. So the lead did not flicker quite a bit due to accuracy difference.
Yeah, last weekend in the round of 32, Hard Rock 1 was one of Denmark's greatest strengths, as they got 5th place out of 8th on the map for all the teams that played on it. Which, you know, considering their seeding is 32nd, that's, you know, quite a significant increase in their expected rank on the map. And The first miss overall comes from Daisy, giving Denmark a wee bit more of an advantage as the combo reset does exist on the Russian side.
Yeah, but Ducati trading back with a miss there. And with them having a lower accuracy in general, gonna be extending the lead for Russia a little bit more, slightly 100,000 points in their favor. And apparently got some information that Fu Oshala is not here today. So we will see some more other players from Russia team performing. But so far, they're performing just very strong performance from them. Let's find a break from Rose Shala, and there's a responding with a completely team misses from Denmark. That pattern really hurt them. Daisy also trading one back in, but Taiko Shala, aware of anything's happening in this map, and just gaming through for 99.5%, gonna be helping Russia securing the first point.
Yeah, really strong start for Russia, but very nice performance from Denmark as well. Relatively low miscounts, struggling a little bit more on the accuracy, but that's somewhat to be expected. Especially as this is Russia's first pick. It's typically going to be what they're strongest with, so we now turn to Denmark to see what they choose to respond with.
Captain accuracy is actually not the best in this map, and usually if you get like not the best accuracy, you get hurt on this map quite a bit. But there's another hard rock that it's not accuracy maintained, which is going to be Hard Rock 2. It's something that they could go for, but once again we talk about Russia, and they are a mechanics team, the speed reading team. Hard Rock 2 is something that Russia is pretty good at as well, and I don't think Denmark have the dare to go for Hard Rock 2. Maybe they could go for something like 3 mod 3 so Ducati can play on hidden or hidden Hard Rock, and Captain can go for Hard Rock, and the remaining players can go for no mod, which usually works out quite well for some weakest lower seeded teams.
Oh, okay. They've made the pick before I can think about it. It's no mod 3. We're gonna be playing the funny finisher speed map.
It's a funny speed map because of the finishers. You might get tripped up on it. It's very easy to find breaks on the finisher, and we might even see some players just completely skip the finisher sessions just to keep their full combos. And we do see Crocodile Kobin for Russian Federation. Thanks for the Russian players actually teaching me how to pronounce that name. My god. That name is hard.
No idea. Crocodile
Crocodile. Yeah, Crocodile Coven. It's like crocodile something. So I was like, oh, it's crocodile.
I think crocodile's like a really insane drug, like worse than heroin.
I have no idea, but I know it's something. It's Russia about crocodile or something. So something that might be you guys help us to pronounce some of these players' names. He's one of the newer players in the Russian team. Plays quite a bit of like hard maps. So seeing him for no mod 3 is quite interesting. Let's say. And on the other side, Leroyla actually finds a very early chug there and dropping a little bit of accuracies. Going to be giving Russia a lead.
Yeah, a couple more misses. Daisy dropping the combo, but Lariola matching that, so not too much of a difference. I'm interested to see how these players interact with the finishers. Will they go for the full hits, or will they just half hit them to maintain the combo? Right, so Granny dropping the full combo as well.
Here comes the finishers, and that hurt Taiko Shala. Crossbar misses the entire chain there, losing the full combo, and that hurts them. But they are still barely in the lead, and also I do believe they're in combo advantage. It seems never mind, as I do believe that miss from Taiko Shala actually makes Denmark has the combo advantage, and now Denmark takes it by a hair. It could literally swap back just like that with a miss from Lariola, and now Russia, it might focus back to Russia.
It's pretty much a tie at the moment, and there's still a third of the map left to go. So what these players do now is really, really crucial.
Calm before the storm. Final session. Double break running from Taiko Sharlak of Captain, but Captain misses a lot smaller. Now Denmark is in the lead. They are in favor to take this map, and this is what they want. Actually, might be able to take Russia's pick. Crocodile Coben also finds a miss as well. So does Taiko Sharlak again. All favors, all eyes are on Lariola and Ducati for securing this map, recovering the combos. Fantastic performance from them, and they might be taking the second point of this map.
Yeah, more misses right at the end. That confirms that Denmark has achieved their first point.
And there goes the pick they need. Instantly respawn map with a breakpoint. Very unfortunate play from Taiko Sharlak there. 6 100s but 28 misses, and I do believe all those 28 misses, at least 26 of them are come from finishers. So that map's finisher definitely bites them a lot, being luck in those finishers. Unfortunate situation happened to Russian Federation team.
Yeah, definitely a really exciting point for Denmark. Probably quite an unexpected one as well from the general viewer base. Especially if you take a look at the seedings, as you said earlier, 32 versus 17. That's a really, really big gap. So, yeah, great job to Denmark for managing to secure their first point, and let's hope that's the first of many.
Oh wow, Russia, it's like, yeah, we're not scared about Denmark's hard rock ability. It's still gonna go for hard rock TSN next map. By the way, the chat did confirm that Crocodile Coben means crocodile boar, so I am correct.
Yep. Yeah, we'll ignore my earlier comment.
It's okay. It happens.
I mean, it might come from it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it does actually, because of some of the effects of it. But you know, this isn't the time and place for that.
True. All right, we'll be into Hard Rock 2, and we do see Danik joining in, another very high rank Russian player, and he's quite good at speed. And this map, it's all about speedier type of maps.
It's also about the accuracy, though.
True. Captain's accuracy were not perfect in Hard Rock 1, but I do believe this one being more generic in terms of rhythm choice, then he will be able to act this map just fine, but he's not able to combo it just fine. And so does Ducati. Those two early breaks from Denmark already hurting their scores a lot.
Yeah, Russia managing to build themselves a really strong lead early on in the map is a really great sign for winning their second pick.
Yeah, and the hardest part of this map is actually a slowdown session. Before the slowdown session comes, all Denmark players gonna be dropping their combo. Here into the slowdown session. Let's see who finds the trick there. Only Captain Nuts, as well as Leroy, right after the slowdown session. It's very easy to misread that patterns if you are not ready in that session. But these early breaks already confirming a 200,000 points victory in terms of Russia Federation. It seems like these speedier hard rock maps are very much in favor to them. Pretty surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, just I guess, you know, they are a fairly hard rock orientated country, so I'm not too surprised to kind of see them kind of being oriented towards the hard rock picks and doing really well on them as well. It's just, you know, at this stage, this one's looking a wee bit too difficult for Denmark to fully keep up with Russia, but that's okay. there's plenty of other maps in the pool that Denmark have an opportunity on.
Seems like this is already quite one-sided. We do see Captain finding a completely chain misses in that session. This one is just unsavable from now, extending the lead to 500,000 points difference, and Russia really responding back with a fantastic score. I was going to say three-way full combo, but I guess the finishers hate them. They hate finishers. Taiko Shala and Rose Shala could be dropping their full combos at the ending session. Technically, if you want to play that finisher session, there's a way to hit it. Just hit it as a DK finisher, because it's actually just DK, but some D are finisher, some K are finisher. But it just goes out well with that rhythm. But not many players notice that, and easy to find breaks on reading that session.
But yeah, we move on back to Denmark's second pick now. We've seen no breakpoints so far, and one of them's probably going to come out eventually unless we just get one of those really rare instances where no breakpoints happen and we just go straight to a tiebreaker. But I foresee, I think Russia has a good opportunity to pick up a breakpoint or two. Just in general, you know, the team overall have kind of like a higher skill ceiling compared to the players on Denmark, but it also does depend on how Denmark choose to play their cards.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Denmark, I feel with play, it's quite a nice TCC. Denmark actually qualified this year. They still have some of their big name players. I mean, Ducani is quite a big name player from Denmark. Mapped quite a lot as well, and pretty good at the game. And also he's pretty decent at playing hidden. But I know that rest of his teammates doesn't really enjoy. I don't think they really enjoy playing hiddens in general. So they probably most likely go for maps like free mod and no mod, and they're gonna go for another consistency map with free no mod 1 Tempest as the next map, a custom map by Kapu with a BPM of 210 and a lot of dance patterns. And once you miss, you miss quite a lot, and it seems like this is something that Denmark wants to go for, the comfortability of their players. Manage to play this map and hope for Russia to find multiple misses in streams.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty sensible pick from Denmark, especially when you have a map such as No Mod 1. Very typically, you know, it's typically one of the easiest maps in the pool, and the most accessible as well. So it does typically kind of come down to the accuracy, especially if everyone's full comboing. So looks like Denmark are feeling pretty confident in their accuracy on it, or kind of hoping that Russia mess up more than they do. And yeah, right out the gate, Denmark does actually have the accuracy lead by 1/100 or so. But, you know, that's only the intro after all.
This is what they needed. A good start. We have the lead, but there comes our first 1-6, and that bites Lariola. And that's two misses from him. 3 chain misses from him even. Captain also finds a drop, and quite a bit of a drop, and instantly, this is what I'm talking about. One miss can lead to 20 more misses in this map, and already at 100,000 points difference. It's already looking like irrecoverable for Denmark.
Yeah, it looks like the 1-6 in the middle of the streams are just kind of catching the players out a bit. Everyone on the side of Russia, though, holding pretty strong. I believe everyone's still in that full combo, so...
Yeah, still, they're doing quite well, but let's see, can Russia manage to hold on 3 full combos in this map, because 3 full combos in the map, in this map, it's able to let you take points against most team, I would say. As assist, I would say this is a combo map after all. Especially missing once lead to 20 more misses. Well, I said too early, Danik being the only person who FC Hard Rock 2 last round is not gonna be replicate his FC on the other map on No Mod 1. Captain does respond with a miss, but once again the lead has been just extending since the start. 200,000 points difference already, slowly reaching to 300,000 points. Zukani, the solo warrior of this map, trying to fight against Russia team, but just not enough. And here comes the 140-16 stream to bite out few more players. Taiko Shala finds a break at the ending, and Crocodile Coben will be the only person left, with Zukani securing an FC on the Tempest.
Yeah, very good effort from Denmark, but yeah, just unfortunate misses and chain misses, just not working well in their favor. And yeah, that is the first breakpoint of the match, going over to Russia. And it's also back over to their pick, giving them the opportunity to turn this into 4-1 and have a really strong position for the match point.
Honestly, it looks not that far away for this map. I mean, when you see Denmark was like behind by like 150k from like the first minute of the first 30 seconds of the map, you think Russia will win like that by like 500,000 points, but at the end it's only really 200 to 300,000 points difference, so not that huge. You can see they kind of just get knocked right at the start. Very unlucky start for Denmark, but Russia this time picking in No Mod 2. Something that I do believe Denmark players can perform well on, especially being No Mod.
Yeah, it's like, from what I know about Denmark, their speed isn't too bad, so the bursts shouldn't be too kind of anti-Denmark, I guess you can say. So I think this is actually not too bad for Denmark, so perhaps not the best pick Russia could have made, but as long as they win, it doesn't really matter.
True. I do believe Russia not having their full team here, also trying to just go for more stuff that Crocodile Coben can play, because usually he's not here to perform maps, but this time being some of their players missing, and also maybe against like a 30-second seed, they can be a little bit more chill in their setup and hopefully let Crocodile Coben to learn some new experience throughout this TWC matches. We do see Captain struggling a lot due to the reading. I do believe he's halting after all. Danik also trading back a miss. But once again, Captain's accuracy just a lot lower than all the other players in the lobby.
Yeah, things going pretty well for Russia. Does look like 2 full combos still, and only 1 full combo remaining for Denmark. They have recovered pretty well though from their earlier breaks, but with that score lead that Russia has now built up, it's going to be really difficult for Denmark to be able to catch back up again.
Yeah, Zukani has been performing the expected best player, Danish player. I've seen quite a number of maps actually, especially in the No Mods, performing really good. Not the best on Hard Rock 2, but I do believe he's not a speed Hard Rock player. But other than that, he's doing quite well. Look at him go. Lerola, like teaser you said there, he's right behind Zukani, also performing quite nice. The difference really just Captain not able to play this map, play some of those patterns with those 140-16 patterns, 140-18 patterns really struggle him quite a bit. Crocodile Coben also finds a break in the 1-6, and once again there's only 1 FC from Russian Federation, but it's enough to do the job. This time, Taiko Shala will be the one FCing. They have been just trading FCs from all the players.
Okay, yeah, that is officially a match point for Russia, 4-1. and that means Denmark back to their pick. They have to win the next 3 in a row. Fortunately, the next 2 of those are guaranteed to be theirs, and we're starting with their pick as well, so hoping to win this next pick and get the ball rolling. We do still have Nomad 4 open, which is really interesting, and it's not been picked yet. So we're either in a situation where both teams have kind of practiced it, but they're kind of afraid of what the other team can do on it, so since there's been no ban, they're kind of trying to avoid it. But yeah, we're gonna go with DT2. So Denmark looking to capitalize on that speed once again.
I was going to say they are probably most likely second choice, second option there. Just all players are not comfortable at that map, but also and just don't want to pick it. I do believe that's the case for both Denmark and Russia.
Yeah, it's
some of those
a mutual agreement not to pick it.
Yeah, like those SV heavy Givik type of maps. I know Russia is not the most fantastic on it. They can do it quite well, but I do believe missing 4 Shala, that's hurt them quite a bit in some of those maps. And I do believe Denmark players are also not tournament players, so Lariola, I do believe this is one of his first few tournaments. So good to see that he is actually joining in tournaments. It's very cool to see new players playing different type of tournaments, even with, on official tournaments and not community tournaments. So that being said, I don't think they are also the most comfortable in No More 4. I want to go for the speed instead, but Double Time 2 is rough. Hardest map in the pool that you don't need to put on the mod. If you are able to put on Hidden Hard Rock, or if you count as putting Hidden Hard Rock in the free mod pool, then free mod 2 will be the hardest. But if not counting the free mod Hidden Hard Rock moment, I do believe Summer is the hardest map of the pool. I have a lot of tricky patterns.
Yeah, this one is... I don't know exactly why Denmark opted for this one over some of the other maps. It's because, I don't know, this map is hard, and purely based off of just ranks and seedings and that, Russia just has the players that should theoretically be better on it. Especially they also have double time players, so it feels like quite a risky pick for Denmark. But, when you're in a situation where I suppose you need to win the next 3 maps in a row, you could start off with the hardest one and just see, oh, do we win the hardest one? Oh, well, we don't. Okay, so we know how it would have gone anyway, but... Or, perhaps they're hoping, before we run out of stamina, let's get DT2 out the way.
Very funny, because Roshala is playing this map, and this map, it's a little bit quite anti-road. He's trying to prove everyone wrong, and saying that this map is rollable. Look at him go, he's rolling the map. Doing quite good so far.
And looking at last week's statistics, Russia got second place on DT2 out of 14 teams, so that is quite a tall order for Denmark to compete against.
Yeah, especially Lariola is just struggling a lot on this map. Kani also found an early break, but he's slowly packing back up just fine, and Captain gonna be the last one to miss. Denmark team, no more full combo for the Danish. Russia still having 3 FCs. Roshala gonna be the first one to find a break. I mean, can't blame him. This map is very, very anti-roll, I would say. Look at him still managed to hold a 96, close to 96% this map with rollings. Quite impressive. Basic also responding with a miss there. And it's only Taiko Shala left and gaming like usual.
Yeah, halfway through in the break, Russia's got a really, really nice lead. Yeah, especially Taiko Shala, that's easily one of the best scores that we've seen on the map all weekend.
Yeah, Denmark's scores are actually not that far, so you can see why they would pick it. They just kind of get third player syndrome, but I can't blame them. This is the hardest battle of the pool. After all, Ducati and Captain's score is actually right behind Roshala and Daysik. So Ducati actually beating out both Roshala and Daysik now, but Taiko Shala is just miles ahead of everyone else by a long distance. Look at him go, 4% above Ducati, 99.57%. This is just a dominant performance and a one-man show coming from the Russian player Crossbot Taiko Shala, and showing him that this is the Shala creator, the reason that why Russian players change all their names to Shala. It's all because of him with securing a 10-100 FC. Everyone else with 3. Yeah, he's
Like,
close to 1
Look
digit.
at everyone else's 100 count. The next lowest 100 count is 123, and he got 10. So, if that doesn't say just how incredible of a performance that is compared to everyone else, I don't know what would. But
Yeah.
that is also Russia's 5th and final point, ending the match 5-1 and advancing on through the losers bracket. And unfortunately, that does mean saying goodbye to Denmark for yet another year.
Hey, at least they qualified this year, and I think this is what they want to achieve. I do believe last year they got like 33rd seed, but this year they improved by one seed and managed to be able to play the bracket stages, and I do believe that's what they want to achieve. And congratulations, they did it. Even though they did not end up too well in the bracket stage, but they still managed to take 1 point off Russia. So that's still something that is to be proud of.
Yeah, hopefully it can kind of inspire some other people in Denmark to perhaps pick up taiko and one day turn them into a really strong country, and they return next year better than ever.
Yes.
So we have one final match this weekend. The UK versus Chile at 18 UTC, so about an hour and a half from now. So a wee bit of time until then, but this is UK seed 7 versus Chile seed 10. So not only are they fairly close in seeding, they're also two teams that are fairly high in the seedings as well. So, as you know, we're definitely ending this weekend with a bang of a really good match. So yeah, be there for that one, as we will be also having the semi-final showcase sometime after it. So we'll get to see the new map pools that the remaining teams will be performing on. But until then, I'm Diesel, and joined by Yongen, so we'll probably be saying goodbye for now.
Yep. Thanks you guys for watching. And you finally don't need to hear my voice. But be ready to see the last remaining match. The last winners bracket match 2. Great Britain, the United Kingdom versus Chile. If you guys enjoy what you see, be sure to come back an hour later. See you there.